Oh, hi there, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Cardwell's Cauldron here on Geektopia Island. I'm Cardwell.
And I'm Kevin.
And today, of course, we're going to have a fun little... It's kind of cheap and it's cheesy, and I've been wanting to make this deck for a very, very long time. But of course, before we get into it, go ahead and remind you that we do have a Patreon. It only takes $1 to support us and show us some love. And if you don't, it's okay. We still love you for watching and supporting us that way as well. To that, the deck name is called Hellbent. And if you remember good old Magic term, it's usually when you have no cards in your hand, but you're going to make sure they don't have any cards in their hand.
Yep.
So it's a Rakdos, red-black, and we'll just jump into the deck and we'll see if it kind of works out and stuff. The first guy is the Dismissive Pyromancer. Oh yeah, there's a lot of dudes you'll never even heard of, and you probably forgot about.
Or dudes you forgot about.
Yeah, exactly. So this guy is a 1 and a red, 2/2, pretty good. So you can pay 1, tap, discard a card, draw a card. Now you can pay 3, 2 and red, sacrifice him, it deals 4 damage to target creature. So therefore you can, because you're going to have a lot of basically legendary things like Planeswalkers. So if you have redundancy, then you discard, draw a card, and you can filter out. Or you can kill something that you really, really need to do.
Yeah, I mean that's its purpose.
Yeah.
Next up is a Kitesail Freebooter. 2 mana for a 1/2 flyer. When he enters the battlefield, target opponent reveals their hand. You choose a non-creature, non-land card from it, exile that card until the Freebooter leaves the battlefield.
He's just a good 2-drop that lets you see their hand so you know what to do next.
Mm-hmm.
Now this one, Spellgorger Weird, he is a limited all-star. So 2 and a red, 2/2, whenever you play a non-creature spell, you put a 1/1 counter on him. Simple as that. And you're going to be playing a lot of those for sure.
Alright, Fell Specter. I didn't even know what this card was.
Yep.
But now I do, and it's pretty funny in this deck. So it's a black and 3 for a 1/3 flying Specter. When he enters the battlefield, target opponent discards a card, and whenever an opponent discards a card, that player loses 2 life.
So hopefully, essentially, he's just a 4-drop that deals them 2 damage and you can swing in. But as soon as this card came out, I've been wanting to make a deck from him. I love Liliana's Caress, and I love like Waste Not and all the discard stuff that shenanigans you can do. And hopefully with a Fell Specter, we can get there.
Yeah, he's kind of a win con for you.
Yeah, and there's not many like aggro decks out there, so everyone's gonna have cards in their hand. Mm-hmm. We're gonna make sure that we can get rid of them. Now, of course, the first controlled spell is Angrath's Rampage, black and a red. You get to choose one. They get to sacrifice a artifact, creature, or planeswalker. So,
awesome.
When they're like turn 3 to fairy, hopefully you can just kill that. Just sack it, get it out of there.
Yeah. Next up is Bedevil. So what they don't get rid of, you get to kill with this card. Yep. 2 black and red, destroy a target artifact, creature, or planeswalker.
So you get to choose.
Yeah, you pick it this time.
And of course, I'll always say this, it's my new favorite Magic art of all time. This Bedevil. It's amazing. Alright, the next one is Davriel, the Rogue Shadowmage. So he's one of the uncommon planeswalkers. He's a 2 and a black, 3 loyalty. At the beginning of each opponent's upkeep, that player has 1 or less cards in the hand. It deals 2 damage to them. So it's a rack, pretty much.
Yeah.
You get -1, target player discards a card. So, good. Thank you. Turn 2, Freebooter, take a card. Turn 3, hit this guy. They're already down.
And then next turn you play the Fell Specter and they're down worse.
Yeah, and then you just get to the bottom and hopefully all the synergy will match up together.
Next up is Ob Nixilis' Cruelty. 1 black and 2, target creature gets -5/-5. If that creature would die this turn, exile it instead.
Now, of course, I put this in here just because of good old Command the Dread Horde or whatever, just to help get Wildgrowth Walker out of there.
Yeah.
For sure. Of course, Big Daddy Minotaur here, Angrath the Flame Chain. He's a 3 black red, 4 loyalty, +1. Each opponent discards a card, they lose 2 life. So, yay. Either way, they're losing 2 life. So have fun with that. You go -3, grab one of their dudes, swing with it, it gains haste, and if it's 3 or less, you can sacrifice it at the end of turn. So that's just more help and control. And -8, each opponent loses life equal to the number of cards in their graveyard. So there you go. So hopefully it can be a late game, just you're dead. Because everything that's in your graveyard for sure.
Next up is Carnival/Carnage. It is one of the red-black split cards, and Carnival is either red or black, and it's only 1 mana, so either red or black.
Yep.
Instant, deals 1 damage to target creature or planeswalker, and 1 damage to that permanent's controller. So pretty good.
Yeah.
But mostly you're going to try to be playing this for Carnage, which is a red, black, and 2. For Sorcery, Carnage does 3 damage to target opponent. That player discards 2 cards.
Yeah.
So Lightning, For those that remember it, just accept it costs 1 more.
Yep. And of course, with the Explore package, Carnival really helps out for Geolite Ranger not to get big, or Walker, or the other one. And of course, like you said, Carnage. If the Dream Team happens, you have Fell Specter, and then next turn you do Carnage, so they take 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 damage for 4 mana.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
So yeah, hopefully that's good. Hopefully they have enough cards. And to help get their cards in their hand is Ob Nixilis the Hate Twisted. 3 and 2 black, 5 loyalty. Whenever an opponent draws a card, it deals 1 damage to that player. That's pretty cool. But -2, destroy target creature, its controller draws 2 cards. So, in the good old things, you play him, kill their dude, they have cards in their hand, so you can make them discard it.
Yeah, he's pretty good just in control aspects, because sure they get 2 cards, but you get to spot kill whatever you want.
Exactly. Spot kill, they draw cards, they take 2 damage. Hopefully you can, on that turn you get to have them discard that and deal more damage.
Yeah. Next up is Captive Audience.
Why not?
Red, black, and 5 for an enchantment. Enters the battlefield in the control of an opponent you choose. At the beginning of your upkeep, choose one that hasn't been chosen. Your life total becomes 4. Discard your hand. Each opponent gets 5 2/2 black zombie creature tokens.
Yep. It's just a 1-of, and why not? We're going to a slow roll here, making them discard everything, and then at the end, just, hopefully just kill them.
Yeah, because you have to choose your life goes to 4 at some point.
Yeah, at least.
I like it.
That's just how fun it is. Now we have 24 lands in the deck, and there's 6 colorless, quote unquote, kind of. And I'm worried about that because of like Bedeviled and such, but we'll see how it goes. So we have 4 Blood Crypts, 4 Dragonskull Summits. We have 3 Interplanar Beacons because of the Planeswalkers we have. So whenever you cast a Planeswalker spell, you gain 1 life. It taps for a waste, or you can pay 1 and tap and add 2 mana of different colors. To spin this, only cast Planeswalker spells.
Yeah.
So hopefully it can help you out with that. The next one, of course, is Karns Bastion, because we keep putting it in decks, but I never actually get to use it. Taps for waste or 4 and proliferate. So there you go.
It helps you get all the counters back on your dudes, so you get to use them more and more.
Yeah, and helps Spellgorger Weird as well, just in case. So there you go. That's how we do it.
I like that.
And of course, it's just mountains and swamps there. So hopefully, I don't know how, because that's the problem with all discard decks is like their hands discarded. What else are you gonna do? So hopefully with the synergy with the Planeswalkers, you can be able to counteract with that. Make them deal damage constantly every turn if possible.
Yeah.
Now, of course, we don't have a sideboard technically because we don't know how the meta is around your area. But hopefully with the sideboard, or the honorable mentions is what we do, will help you out with the main meta out there. And of course, the first one is Silent Gravestone. Everyone forgot about this card too. So it's a 1-drop artifact. And it's probably going to be in every single honorable mention ever until everyone knows that what this does. Cards in graveyards can be the target of spells or abilities. Pay 4, tap, exile Gravestone, exile all cards from all graveyards, and you draw a card. Now this is to help counteract Command the Dreadhorde, because it's still one of the biggest popular decks out there.
Yeah, and it fights it really well.
Yeah. It says target dudes that they choose, so they have to target, they can't target with Silent Gravestone.
Next up is Direfleet Daredevil. He is a red and 1 for a 2/1 first strike. When he enters the battlefield, exile target instant sorcery from an opponent's graveyard. You may cast that card this turn, and you can spend mana as though it were mana of any color. And then if it would put it back in the graveyard this turn, exile it instead. So it's essentially a Snapcaster that turn for that thing.
Yep. And since you're making them discard everything, hopefully they discard something important, and then you can kill or draw cards later on in life.
I like that.
Now, this guy. Everyone forgot about him. Knight of Malice. It's 1 in the black. First strike, hexproof from white, 2/2. And if your opponent controls a white permanent of any kind, it gets +1/+0. And this is to go against a fairy, the Time Bender, or the 3-drop one. You play this turn 2, they play this turn 3, they can't bounce it. So the tempo of them disrupting your tempo is off the field. So I hope that that's what it's supposed to do. Pretty much. Teferi is really, really, really strong. And if you're able to be like, okay, whatever, I swing in, it takes 3 damage, and you just get rid of it.
He's a pretty good answer to that.
Yeah.
Next up is the Elderspell. 2 black sorcery, destroying a number of target planeswalkers. Choose a planeswalker you control, put 2 loyalty counters on it for each planeswalker destroyed this way.
Yep. So you can destroy your own dudes or their dudes, because there's also the other deck is, I do believe, is Esper Planeswalkers. So kill all their dudes, put Angrath up to -8, take a bunch of damage.
Take a lot of damage.
Take all the damage, please. So it's just really just good. It's just a beautiful spell.
Yeah.
Now it's an ultimate battle as well against the Explore package is Tibalt, the Rakish Investigator. It's 2 in a red. Your opponents can't gain life.
Solid.
We don't even need to read the rest of the card, but that's what it's supposed to do.
Yeah.
So it comes with 5 loyalty, -2, create a 1/1 devil creature. When it dies, it deals 1 damage to any target. So it's there just to make sure your opponents can't gain life.
Yeah, it's mostly there to make him not gain life, but his little devils actually do a lot more work than you give credit to, honestly.
They really do. They're great blockers, and they can take off all the little dudes as well.
But hey, it's a Tibalt. That's good.
Yeah, that's it. Exactly.
Yeah.
He's a little fiend for sure.
Yeah.
With that is the whole deck list right there. And if you want to check it out again, just go ahead and look at the down below in the comments and such. With that, hopefully you enjoyed your stay here at Geektopia Online. Goodbye.
Later. Also, guys, I just remind y'all to hit that like button, subscribe to our channel, and if you want to keep up to date on all our future content, make sure you click that bell. It'll give you all the notifications you need.
With that, we'd like to go ahead and give a big thank you to all our fans that support us through the year, and especially our Patreon support people. We do like to give a shout out to our Mythic and Above supporters, and that would be Dwayne Higgs. Thank you very much. We love you.